Hello chaps.
Hello.
Good, Nigel from Loud and More. Thank you very much for agreeing to interview us today. So, just to start off with, how's the recording of the new album going?
No, it's great, it's going good. Yeah, we get more songs down in day one on this album than we did on part two, which we thought was incredible.
Right.
We did. You know, it's like the Beatles, you know, you went and just played together as a band. So we've taken this real old school approach of actually playing music together at the same time and recording it.
Right.
So this is day three and we're on the vocals.
How long do you think it would take from beginning to end to actually be in the studio to complete this album?
Does that include mixing and mastering? Or
Just the band in the studio.
Tracking, we do it for 4 days. 4 days we can get the album captured and then it's mixed and mastered. We did the last one, we did part two in 4 days.
Maybe 5 for the last bits of backing vocals and things.
Yeah,
we were well prepared. We were well prepared before we was thrown it together. We were well prepared.
I saw you 2 years ago at the Ruby Lounge, and it was fascinating how you used it as a launch pad to introduce your own songs and then kind of go off in a direction, your own direction.
Yeah.
Would you say that? I mean, that's
common sense, I think.
Yeah.
Starting a new band, it would have been tricky.
But a new band doesn't have any songs.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But remember, we only did fall songs that we wrote. So we didn't touch anything we didn't write. So we as songwriters felt that we had the right to reinterpret what we had already done.
Yes.
And it was just, our foundation and the seed from where we came. But now it's blossomed. And of course it was early days. We didn't know what was going to happen with this band. We didn't know how great having like 5 writers in a room would be and what would come of it. And but we had lots of shared history of playing together between us.
Yeah.
Was just made everything coalesce in the most beautiful way, and it organically evolved. And now on this album, it's all new material, but you'll still see a thread going back to the fall because we were the writers in the fall.
Yeah, and that's what fascinates me. I've noticed on the last album, you went from sort of late 60s psych. On Moonrise Kingdom, and then sort of over to Temporary Insanity. It was a bit sort of New York Dolls swagger, which wasn't on the album but was a later single. So it does kind of span those genres. So it brings me to kind of where you're going to take it now, and what is the Brix and the Extricated?
We're a jazz band now.
No, there's
yeah. You've got a theory about this.
About the song,
about the evolving it, but still keeping.
Yeah, like I for 4 years been harping on about I think I played with the Hanleys for like 15, 16 years. We played with Tom Hingley and the Lovers. We did 2 albums with these guys.
Right.
But what's happened with this since Brix came in is that like there's for me certainly, because I'm the one who, of course, I'm the what they call in Ireland the blower. The cuckoo, because I was never in the fall. Which occasionally
you're the one, yes.
Which occasionally has I get the odd woman phoning in the dressing room, and then when they found out I was never in the fall, they instantly
switch off,
leave. And I think musically, for me one of the most important things when we started writing is that the Hanleys sound like the Hanleys, because they do sound like the Hanleys, and
your bass line is extremely distinctive.
You listen to him play the bass, and his brother play the drums, and I think that's crucial, and I think it makes sense, and I think it's intuitive that there is a thread in the sound, and I think it makes sense that there is musically and organically, but I think certainly with this record it's growing out from that, but it's still there. You'll hear elements of it, we'll play some stuff.
And in terms of the completeness and the song we talked about, 60s psych, where do you feel that it actually sits now? I mean, is it a chord you cope with?
It's certain now.
It seems to be like
that certain guitar is quite prevalent.
Lounge in there.
There's jazz, just like some pretty technical stuff coming in the next one, but woven into like the belly of the garage punky,
Yeah.
clammy thing.
I think kind of musically we've allowed other things in this time. Like it's because the last record was what it was, and it was happened fairly quickly, and it all sort of came together, and we wrote what we did. But now it's a bit more time to breathe, and there's other harmonically speaking in terms of harmony, there's other stuff going on. I've kind of allowed a few things to sneak past. Like Paul Hanley's my filter, I think it's past
right. He knocks out.
Absolutely, he's got a big mallet,
Jazz mallet.
Yeah, he's got a
Jazz mallet, I like it.
There's something that I've done with this. That's great. Let's test it out. We kind of send it out and kind of sit covertly waiting for an email or a phone call, and it didn't come, So got away with it. So.
And how's the process in songwriting? Are you sitting together and kind of jamming it out, or are you coming in with a melody? How's it working?
We have a recipe now.
Yeah.
So each of the guys will go and write on their own and start with a skeleton of something and bring it into a studio in Manchester where they all work on it together and flesh it out. And once it's fleshed out and structured, they send it to me in London, and then I write the words and the melody over what they've done.
Oh, right.
And that is how it works.
Right.
Jason and Steve have really pushed this album forward.
Yeah.
They really have.
Yeah.
Are you free to come in with your own sort of complete songs and melodies to
Yeah, well, it's kind of a lot of them are
Going,
a lot of
what's the
them.
right for?
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of presented me and Steve have done quite a lot of that really. We're presented because the thing that for me, for all of us, I guess, really, is to work out how do we do this? Are we in a room jamming together? And we're not, and we weren't, and so on. So for this record, it's been almost like a licensing. I'll sit at home, do a complete arrangement on Logic, and then send it out, and then Brix will sing over the top of that, and then we get it. Then we have a song, and then we get into the rhythm. And
You always notice the ones that are successful because you send an email with an MP3 and you either get loads of gushing replies, go, fucking hell, that's amazing, I've already written the melody, or there's just silence. So when you hear ding ding ding, you've done something good.
But generally, when you guys send me something, I just listen to it once and I just know. Like in, what was it, Alaska? The first, 8 bars, 16 bars?
16
I
bars,
didn't even get through 16 bars. I listened to it before I picked it up and I'm like, fucking hell, I love this fucking song! Like that. So you just know. And then, when they present you with something like that, as a lyricist and a melodist or whatever, it usually takes one day for me to write my part.
Yeah.
So it's just there. It just comes out of the ether. It's brilliant to work with them.
You have a rich musical history. How are you actually coming up with these lyrics now? What are you finding is the inspiration for the lyrics?
A channel. And I believe there's a collective consciousness of one mind up there. If you want dead people that are sending stuff down through me, and I just get into a place and open myself up, and out it comes.
Yeah.
And where it comes from, I don't know. I don't question. I just write it down.
This
and
is a pencil and paper.
It's called automatic writing.
Yeah.
And it's just, but when it flows, if anybody out there is doing this with any kind of art form, you get goosebumps because you're just in the flow. It's just the right thing is happening at the right time, and the magic is happening.
Can we expect some new singles pre-album launch?
we don't know yet. Possibly.
We're thinking about doing a lead track. I mean, there are so many on this song, this album. There could be singles.
So
It's
many.
like,
But there doesn't seem to be a lot of. I mean, what is a single these days? It doesn't
Single
really-
is something that is accessible to the fans that they can have immediate access to as a taster for the album, I guess.
oh, we'll do that.
Well,
We'll
we
do
could do
that.
that. I think we could do. You could do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That could be out tonight.
Are you planning on launching the album before you do the run of gigs in October?
Yes.
Do we need to say?
I'd like a launch date.
We haven't.
There is we're availability permit. Well, yeah, we're kind of doing a low key, intimate, official launch gig, ideally the week before the album comes out.
Okay.
In
Have you a name that you can
a
reveal?
small, intimate room.
Well,
We'll give you a release date. Actually.
we can get the release date is
26th.
October the 26th.
Okay.
Do you mean a title?
Oh, we have the title as
The
well.
title, we have a title. It's called Breaking State.
Okay, cool.
And
And the
then
inspiration for that is?
Jace.
Well, it kind of comes from neuro-linguistic programming. when you kind of move from one emotional state into another one. So if you're locked in an unresourceful state mentally and emotionally, you need to break state to get into
nothing to do with Brexit.
Nothing to do with it's not Brexit.
But also every time you
to
put
do
on
with
a
lots of
record, every time you put on a record or listen to music, you're breaking state. So you're going out from one state into another. So and it's kind of a powerful thing to be able to break state, certainly if you're in a not good place.
Is there a theme to the whole album? Is there a message that you want to get across, a particular sort of focus of attention through it, or is it?
I guess the thread for me for the lyrics would be about reinvention, coming from the ashes. Anyone that's ever put you down, or you allowed yourself to be in a position of like showing everybody who's who and coming back, and reinventing into something that was better, more powerful, more dynamic, and more beautiful than it ever was.
And you feel that's a very personal thing, isn't
me
it?
personally.
Yeah.
So.
Have you any advice for young musicians that are coming through today? I mean, like a pearl of wisdom.
Well, they're both teachers.
I know Jason's a
And
teacher.
Steve-
I always say to them things like, that's a golden opportunity and I've gone blank. But just don't make it a blind thing, trust your gut instincts, and don't be a pale imitation of one of your heroes. It's the worst thing you can do. Have the courage to kind of be yourself. It's not, because that's the hardest thing to do actually, is to be yourself. Don't be a pale imitation of one of your heroes.
In terms of music, you need to. I mean, there's one thing if you're doing it for a hobby because you love it. I mean, first of all, you need to love it, and you need to be as passionate about it as anything in the world. And if for success, you have to do what you love, and you have to be utterly, completely focused and driven, because it's a hard game. Now it's changed a lot since back in the day. So you even have to have that much more determination. But if you're really loving it, it's never like a job. It's just a wonderful thing, except what you're going to say, schlepping gear at 2 in the morning. Yeah, okay. I was thinking
across his room.
No.
Yeah,
And
not that part of it.
Yeah, I think get good at doing lots of different things and try and generate. So their business we're trying to generate multiple income streams.
Get a trade behind you.
Yeah,
Your dad was right.
No, get good at different things and make it happen. And
What's the best piece of advice you've been given?
Oh gosh.
And that's a toughie, isn't it?
I never listen to advice.
The best, your job in life is joy. So, and gut instinct's really important. So, by that I mean, basically, do what feels good to you at all times. Yeah. What's the point of living if you're not, if you're stuck? Sometimes you have to do something to get to somewhere. Sometimes you have to do other jobs to get to play music. But if you don't mind doing the job to get to the good part, that's okay. If you can play music all the time, that's even better.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Sorry, sorry. Hello? Yeah, sorry, it's Paul Hanley. No, sorry, we finished the interview, Paul. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, you can get back in the car. All right, see you tomorrow.